Why can't you just trade more, trade larger size, and just buy more, sell more to make more money day trading low float stocks? And I get this question a lot. A lot of people ask me, they say, Patrick, if you're so good at day trading, if you can make these profits consistently, why can't you make millions of dollars as a day trader? What's holding you back from becoming a millionaire day trader? I'm going to address this question and also talk about some of the problems that you're going to face when trying to become a millionaire day trading low float penny stocks and stuff like that. So we'll talk about it in this video. Make sure you stay tuned. Maybe I can make millions of dollars, but the problem, there's a couple problems. The scalability of day trading low float stocks. Let's say I had $1 million account. I'm trying to move, 50, 60, 70,000 shares through some of these stocks that we buy and we sell quickly in and out. You see some of my trades, they last less than a second, and you also see how some of these stocks drop instantly once they do spike. So really the first topic, the first problem here is sizing. For me to make millions of dollars, that would mean that I need to take large size, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 shares of these stocks. The hard part is going to get that type of size in the first place. Let's say we have a stock that's going straight up, there's a lot of action. For me to buy it, I'm gonna have to pay a premium because I'm going to be buying the ask, buying a lot of shares, buying 50, 60,000 shares, and then turning right around and dumping those shares. So you'll see a lot of the stocks that we trade, they go straight up and they go straight back down. But we all know that sometimes buying the dips turns into buying the crash. So again, it becomes this battle of sizing. I think it's very possible. You can get to 10, 20,000 shares, but when it comes to really trying to capitalize on some of these moves, to make $1 million a year as a day trader trading low float stocks, it's gonna be difficult. You'll see in my videos, sometimes it's actually hard for me to get 1,000 shares or maybe 2,000 shares because of the liquidity. And that's really what it comes down to with the scalability. So if I wanna get 20, 30,000 shares of a fast moving low float stock, it's gonna be difficult. And then also, what happens if the stock starts crashing? Who's gonna buy my shares? As I start dumping my shares, obviously the stock's gonna start coming back down. So it's gonna be hard to get filled at the price that I want. Just because I have 50,000 shares of a stock that's up, 20, 30%, doesn't mean that I'm gonna be able to sell it for that type of profit. If I start dumping my shares, the price is going to drop quickly. So you really have to be able to time it, and it gets hard, it gets difficult. It's gonna be really, really hard for most people to be able to buy massive size and then sell massive size at the same time. So you'll see me trading, I'm normally trading with 1,000, 2,000, maybe 3,000 shares, but you'll see me trading with a smaller size because I need to get in quickly and I need to get out quickly. Once I become a better day trader, if I'm making, $5,000, $6,000 a day, maybe we have a really crazy stock that just goes straight to the moon and I can make, $20,000 in a day. But there's also gonna be a lot of days where there's not gonna be any movers, not gonna be any stocks that are hot, and I'm not gonna have opportunities. So it really comes down to, you only have a certain amount of market days open for the year, and you're only gonna have a certain amount of days and where there's actually gonna be the type of stock that we can trade. So size is always going to be your enemy. You'll see a lot of guys with large size, when they go to sell, it becomes difficult to get the price that they want because you get slippage and the price starts going down. If I can make $100,000, $200,000 a year as a day trader, that's pretty good money right there alone. So I can use that money that I'm making day trading for other long-term investments, for maybe swing trading, building up a swing trade long-term portfolio, and I can kind of use that day trading profits to reinvest in other ways, maybe real estate, maybe business adventures. But I think overall, it just becomes really hard to scale low float trading because you have all these issues with liquidity and then this overall move. And a lot of these stocks, you just don't want to be holding the bag. If I'm holding 50,000 shares of a stock that's going straight down, I'm gonna get murdered. So you gotta be really careful and understand that obviously these stocks are highly volatile. So when you do have massive size, when you have large size to be able to make millions of dollars, there becomes massive risk, and you really gotta know what you're doing. And that's one of the reasons I trade with 1,000 or 2,000 shares, because I'm learning and I'm trying to minimize my risk, because obviously these stocks could just crash to zero instantly, which it's happened. Don't say it's not possible, because it's possible. I've seen stocks just drop 30, 40, 50% like that on bad news. So again, there's a lot of things going against you. Also, there's a manipulation, there's stuff, there's always some weird stuff going on with low float stocks. There just becomes a certain point where these low float stocks just aren't able to scale much more than kind of what you're comfortable with. And that's kind of what I'm doing. You kind of figure out your size that works well for you, your risk reward, and then you just kind of trade that. If I could just trade 2,000 or 3,000 shares for the rest of my life and make $1,000 a day, that's not a bad way to live. Waking up in the morning, trading for 30 minutes and making money. I think you kind of become more realistic. Like I said, if I can make $100,000 a year day trading low float stocks for 30 minutes a day, that's not a bad way to live. And I can invest that money in other long-term stocks, cryptocurrencies, maybe real estate, and grow that money that way in a safer way. And also I get the question people ask me, why don't you trade more? Why do you only trade in the morning? For me, I look back at the last 2 years of me trading, and I think about the best days, my worst days, my overall days, what works best? If I look back over the last 2 years, my best trades, my best days always normally happen in the morning. And that's not to say that you can't make money all day long, you can't make money in the afternoon, stuff like that. You gotta just figure out what works best for you, and that's what really it all comes down to. It's your day trading style, and this is my day trading style. I figured out that I do best trading in the morning, taking my profit, maybe just cutting my losers, walking away, instead of trying to sit there all day long and trying to get in and out of 1,000 different trades and trying to make tons of money. But really what happens is I just become my own worst enemy, and I start over trading and I start forcing trades, trying to make back losses, or I try to make more money. And before I know it, I've paid a ton of money in commissions, and I actually haven't made any more money than I would have just made trading in the morning in that first couple hours. And I think a lot of the action is gonna happen in the morning. If it's gonna happen at all, it's normally gonna happen in the morning. That's why I don't trade all day. Somebody asked me the other day, so why don't you trade more? And this is what works best for me. It might not work best for you. Maybe you're better at day trading in the afternoon. Who knows? But that's really what it comes down to here. Trading these low float stocks, you're gonna have issues with scalability. You're gonna have issues just overall daily, over trading, trying to force trades. If you're trying to sit there all day long trading, it doesn't work out. You'll figure out over time what works best for you. For me, it's trading in the morning. Also, you're gonna have the issue where there's just not gonna be an amazing stock to trade every single day. So you gotta realize that, you gotta understand that, and you gotta kind of soak it in and let it become real where, hey, I don't have to make money every single day, I just can't lose money. And that's really what it comes down to. The longer you can not lose money, obviously you're gonna make money in the long run, and you're gonna become a better day trader over time. So being realistic that there won't always be a crazy stock to trade, there won't always be massive profit. Why it's hard to become a millionaire day trading low float stocks, and kind of just overall issues and problems that come along with day trading these kind of highly volatile low float stocks. Hopefully that answers your question. If you were trying to become a millionaire overnight day trading low float stocks, I hate to burst your bubble, but if you do want to learn more about day trading, you should definitely hit that subscribe button, leave a comment below, hit the like button as well, and I'll talk to you guys later on.